Did you know that students with access to arts education are 5 times less likely to drop out of school, 4 times more likely to be recognized for academic achievement, and 3 times more likely to pursue a bachelor's degree? Within the past decade, art education in schools was thought to be a luxury, and art classes were cut from the curriculum to make room for more time to prepare for standardized tests and for other extracurricular activities. Currently, there is more and more information from scientific studies available that shows how crucial and integration is to creating well-rounded, well-prepared learners and leaders. Meaningful access to art education has a deep impact on almost every aspect of a student's educational experience and their professional futures. In order to have a relevant education, art and theater should be required in school. First, I will talk about the positive effects of early childhood art education. Then, I will discuss how art involvement benefits all students, and finally, I will look at how art will impact students' lives in the long run. First, let's get into the positive effects of early childhood art education. First, introducing kids to the possibilities of creative expression can lead to better skills in social interactions and emotional regulation. And second, improve overall motivation and interpretation. The National Core Standards provides a structure that breaks down the developmental stages from pre-K through high school into 10 standards. In each stage, it was discovered that students are able to express their creative habits by generating and conceptualizing artistic ideas, making art by synthesizing and relating knowledge and personal experiences, and deepening their understandings by relating artistic ideas to societal, historical, and cultural contexts. Students will be able to establish their own unique point of view and join a community with other creative individuals. Pediatrician Dr. Perry Class outlined the benefits of art education in schools in the New York Times. She notes that there are improvements for overall motivation, thinking, and academic achievement. An arts integrated curriculum that asks students to draw or sing as a part of the learning process may enhance their ability to recall material such as scientific principles or vocabulary. This type of creativity can be especially effective for students who struggle with retaining information from the traditional teaching methods. After examining the positive effects of early childhood education, we can take a look at how art involvement benefits all students. First, students involved in art have higher standardized test scores and are less likely to drop out of school. And second, students are more likely to be recognized for academic achievement. Data from the National Educational Longitudinal Survey of 25,000 students demonstrate that involvement in the arts is linked to higher academic performance, increased standardized test scores, and lower dropout rates. Traditional school subjects can be frustrating towards students. Art education could be the subject that allows them to connect to school. If students are able to rekindle their academic motivation, they can find a support system within the subject that will allow them to express themselves, process their emotions, and learn to be comfortable with communicating openly with others. Research conducted between 1987 and 1998 on young people working in the arts for at least 3 hours on 3 days of each week throughout at least one full year demonstrated 4 times more likely to have been recognized for academic achievement. Art education can increase the participation in academics and inspire others through connections between art and logic. Students who are interested will recognize that they can make connection to history, literature, science, and various other subjects. Now that we understand how art involvement benefits all students, we can discuss how art will impact students' lives in the long run. First, students with an art education are more likely to pursue a professional career, and second, are able to help close the gap between low-income and high-income students. In 2009, Cadwell analyzed 10 years of data for the exact same cohort of students. The study found significant advantage for arts engaged in low socioeconomic status students in college going and types of employment. Employment for the art students included better jobs with higher pay, more responsibility, and more promotion opportunities, and more employee satisfaction. 72% of business leaders say that creativity is the number one skill that they seek when hiring. Our education is empowering and fosters critical skills that are needed for the professional jobs such as communication, creative problem solving, critical thinking, and good teamwork. These skills are in high demand in the professional work world and will help students get high-paying jobs once they're out of school. The report, Critical Links, contains 62 academic research studies that, taken together, demonstrate that art education helps close the achievement gap and improve academic skills essential for reading and language development. One of the biggest funding gaps at school. Funding disparities between low-income and high-income schools is the same in the same school systems are from the creative realm. Creative studies like art, music, and drama are the first subjects to get caught when there is less funding. This is a result of a drastically different reality in low-income and high-income schools. By administering our education equally between schools of different incomes, educational gaps start to close and will start a movement towards equivalence in both sets of schools. Our education is not as simple as being optional, but when it is the key to a student's future and academic success, values learned from our education should be embedded into all schools. And to sum up, first I talk about the positive effects of early childhood art education, then I discovered how art involvement benefits all students, and finally, I looked at how art will impact students' lives in the long run. As mentioned before, in order to have a relevant education, art and theater should be required in school. If you ever find yourself lost, or someone in need of someone or something to turn to, all forms of art are free, easily accessible, and will never turn you away when you need to express yourself. Thank you.